I'm more than three questions with. I got my friend Carrington with us from Prospect Studios. Good morning, Carrington. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
So, Carrington, today I want to talk about how do you leverage pictures when everyone seems to be talking about videos? How does it all fit together?
It's a really common topic right now, especially because video is king. You've probably heard people talk about that, and it's everywhere right now. But when you're running a business, there has to be a happy medium between the two. And there's also different use cases where photo might be better for certain situations over video. And understanding what those different situations are is really important.
So, how do I know then? Like, what is some advice you have to when you should go with a picture over a video?
So for one, if you are DIYing it, I would definitely tell people to use but whichever option they are better at. The video, there's a lot that goes into it. So if you don't know how to do it well, it's really not going to benefit you in the long term. So oftentimes if you're DIYing it, photography is easier. But when it comes to photography, it's really good for like using like anything for like static branding, consistent messaging, or really quick and digestible content because you can see and understand an image in less than a second. But video content, even if it's short form, we're talking 10 to 15 seconds.
Yep.
So understanding even the lifespan and the time frame that somebody's going to take within that content, what's going to be better and what do you need? Do you need that really quick aha moment or do you need that extra 10 to 15 seconds to bring somebody in?
Carrington, I really do love videos, but I find on social media, I'm more apt to stop when I see a really amazing picture. It
Mhm.
catches my attention more. I'm like, wow, that's a great shot. And it will make me stop and look into it. Where I
Mhm.
see the video, I'm like, ah, that's cute, but I still think pictures have an important place. Obviously,
Right.
as a photographer, you might agree with me.
No, I definitely do. And I think there is a time and place for both. If you think about it, if you are selling a product, you're probably on Amazon. And when you're scrolling Amazon, you're not scrolling through videos. You're scrolling after picture before you get to the actual sales page, right?
Yep.
If you're on a Shopify site, all of that is picture oriented. If you're an individual, you're probably going to have some branding imagery on top of maybe some video. But that photo is going to be like the moment where somebody stops and is like, I want to talk to that person, or I connect with them, or they look cool, right? That's going to happen a lot faster than a video. Once people get into understanding your business or your brand or who you are, then they're going to start diving into the video oftentimes. Unless it's like Instagram with the reels and all that, that's a whole different ball game to talk about.
But you brought up an interesting point when you brought up Amazon, because when I'm shopping on Amazon, I scroll until the picture catches me.
Yep.
Like I might look at 20 of them. It's the exact same thing, within a couple of bucks of each other, but it's the picture. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Right.
that's the color I want. That looks like what I.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it's super important to maybe not DIY this yourself if you're trying to sell, especially high-end products on Amazon. That's when
Right.
you go to someone like you because again, if there's 20 options and your picture doesn't catch me, I'm going to skip you.
Right. It's one of those things where I talk with brands all the time and they tell me they're just using a light box that they bought on Amazon. And that's how they're taking their product photos. And I'm like, that's great when you're starting out. But also, I was like, go look at the number of sales Amazon's had for that. Every person who bought that, your images look exactly the same with your lighting. You're not differentiating at all. And that's when you have to think, is this really benefiting me? And how do I start using the photography to separate myself to make somebody do what you said and actually stop scrolling?
Yeah. Or worse, you are differentiating yourself and not in a positive way. Because again, you're not thinking of the importance of the picture. You're thinking this is the popular product that people want to buy without thinking about the competition and how
Right.
their pictures are more effective than yours. And that's why they've sold many of these and you haven't sold any.
Exactly.
So what's the best way for people to reach out to you if they need help learning how to take proper photography for Amazon and anything else?
They can find me on my website at prospectstreetstudio.com or email me at info@prospectstreetstudio.com. Those are the two easiest ways.
All right, Carrington, appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks for having me.